In English, when we have a sentences, for example, in the sentences, for example, if you say, I am a student, you see here, I have subject, this we call I, this is auxiliary, then a student is object. If I want to make this one a question, for example, sometimes we make a question. How we make a question? You see here, easy way. Let me copy it first. Then I have our same sentences here. All we have to do, we take you see here, then we put in the front of the subject, then we say, am I a student? Now, at the end, I have to put question mark. You see how I make a question. The most important thing, I have to look to the sentences. If I have, we call this one be verb. Be verb, it means here, let me just take one step back. Or is, or are. For the present, sometimes we call them be verb. Okay? In the past, we have was and were. Same thing. We call them be verb. This is in the present. This is in the past. Okay? Now let's have a sentences again. For example, if I ask a question, then you call them short answer. For example, you could say yes, I am. Or you could say no, I am. Not.
I am not.
That's one. If the second sentence, for example, you could say he is from Mexico. Okay, how I'm going to make this one as a question? You know, for example, because here I have is. You see, this is my is. And this is Then all I have to do, I start my sentences with is. So I could put in the front. Is he, but here if you see, he is capital H. But when I put in the center of the sentences, I don't make it capital. Unless if as name, then we're gonna go next one. Is he from Mexico? Then question mark. If you see here Mexico, because now of a country, then I have to make it capital.
Yes, I understand. In Spanish is the same.
In Spanish is the same. Okay, good. Then I'm gonna say here the answer. Yes, he is. Or maybe he's not from Mexico. I say no, he is not. If I have a name, for example, Isaac is a student. Okay, how are we gonna make it easy? Is Isaac a student? Then here I have to make it question mark. You see, because it's a name, then I have to make first letter capital.
Yes.
And always when we start any sentences in English, first letter I have to make it capital. Okay, here I'm gonna say yes, he is, or no,
He is not.
he is not. If I say it is rainy day, then the question is it rainy day? Then you're going to say yes. Yes, it is. Or no, it is not. Then we go, for example, when we have more than one, we say they. Then here with I use with I. Always with I. Is with he, she, it. Okay? Then are with they. Let me make here 1 second. We say I sorry, I make it 1. I. Then we say why not capital? Then here we say he or she or it is. Okay. They
are.
Then we, you, and also we have 2 kind of you. We have plural you and also for 1 person.
Okay.
And then we have a subject plural, subject. Always I'm gonna use with them are. Okay. Let's go back again here. Then we did this. I am, he is. Then let's try to do she is also. We forgot here she. Okay. Let's say she is my classmate. She's my classmate. Then I make a question. Is she my classmate? Question mark?
Yes.
Yes.
She is.
Yes, she is. Or no, she is not. Now let's go for they. They are my friends. Here I cannot say they are my friend. You see here? Then we're gonna go. I'm gonna explain it to you why. Here I make a question. Are they my friends? Then here question mark. Then we say yes, they are. Or no, they are not. Okay. Then we have we. You see, we are from Mexico. Are we from Mexico? The question mark is a yes. We are.
Yes.
Or no, we are not. If you remember, I said with you we have 2 you. One of them, let's look here. You are my students. If we have maybe 5, 6, maybe 100 million, then here we're gonna say, are you my students? Sorry. Question mark. Then same thing. Yes. Here you say you are, or no, you are not. Then the second you, when we have only 1 person, you see, you are my student. Not S. You see here, I don't put S. You are my student. See the differences between this you, I have S here, and this one I don't have student. Sorry, S. You are my student. Then same thing, the answer will be, are you my student? Question mark. Then you say yes, you are, or no, you are not. When we have 2 things, for example, cello and yellow, YOLO are, because 2 people are my best friends. Then here I have 2 options. I could say or cello and
Yellow.
yellow, my best friends. Then I'm gonna say here, let me put this one down. Answer it, you're gonna be say yes. Here I could say they, or I could say yes, yes cello, because I could have option. Let me write down both of them. Yes cello and yellow or I could say yes they are.
Okay.
Same thing, same meaning. There is no differences between the two. Okay, here, because here even there are two now. For example, I could say the computer and phone are, because two things are my important item this for the class. Then same thing, I'm gonna say or computer. Here if you look, the answer will be or computer and phone my important items for the class. Or I could say same thing or they. Even anything is more than one, we could make it they. Are they my important items? You have to be careful here, you have to make it items. If I make it item, it means only one, but items, it means two things for the class. Okay, then you can say yes they are or no they are not. This is what we have it. And sometimes when we make it negative, I cannot make it negative. For example, you could say I am from Mexico. Then I have to have or is or I have to have auxiliary verb. But for now we're gonna say because here I say I am not from Mexico. See, I make it negative. Or for example, I have this one. She is from my city. She is not from my city. Sometimes because when we speak fast, then we could say you see, make it like this. I'm not from Mexico. Same thing here. I could say she's not from my city. Or this one I have two options. I could say she's not from my city, or I could say she isn't from my city. But I cannot say like this. This is wrong. You see, it tells me this is wrong. It means only one comma I have to use. Either I could make it like this, isn't, or I could make it she's. Okay? You see this one? We say, hey, this is wrong. We don't want this. Good? And sometimes we have sentences, for example, we have this, for example. I study English every day. You see here? Because here I cannot make it negative because I don't have amu, izu, or. Then here I have to look for two other auxiliary. We call them do and does. For the present time, and also did for the past. Then how we will use do, does, or did to make it negative? For example, first step, I look to the verb. I look to this verb. If the verb in the present, then I use do or does. If this verb is in the past, then I'm going to use did. For example, because this is in the present, then I'm going to use do or does. One of them.
Do or does.
Yeah. And then which one I'm going to use, I have to look to subject. If subject is I, or they, or we, or you, or plural subject, then I'm going to use with them do. If the subject is she, he, or it, then I'm going to use does. Okay? And the second thing, let's do this one, then we go with the did. Because here, if I look to my sentences, this sentence, let's copy it here. If this sentence is because here I have it in the present time, then I'm going to look for do or does. And this is first step. Then I have here do or does. Then the second step, I'm looking for the subject. Because my subject is I. Then I'm going to say here, I do.
I do.
And then I want to make it, if I want to make it negative, then I'm going to say I do not.
I do.
I do not study English every day. See? Now my sentence is in negative. And here, if I want to make this one question, for example, if I want to make a question, you could say, I have to take do, this do, put instead of the subject, then you could say, do I not study English every day? Then question mark. Maybe sometimes, let's say I have another, for example, I could say she works in the office. She works in the office. Then I want to make a question. For example, I could say here, because my verb, you see here, the verb is in the present, then I'm going to look for do and does here. One of them, do or does. Then the second step, if you remember, we said we're going to look for the subject. Because the subject is she, then I'm going to use does. Because here I'm going to say, we will do step by step. We say, she does. Here, when I use does, this is, for the present, I have to delete it. Because I use does. This is the same S. This S, I change it to put it here with the does.
Okay.
Then I'm saying she does work in the office. Then now it's easy to make question, yeah? We could say, does she work in the office? Do you say yes she does or no she does not? You say yes she does or no, she does not, or she doesn't. You could say she doesn't or she does not. But it's better to say no, she does not.
No, she does not.
Yeah? And this we have it for this. If we have the in the past, then we're gonna take next time. For example, you could say Isaac give her, see, give her a gift. Then here, same thing if I want to make a question or I make it negative, because the first step we said we look to the verb. The verb, this verb is in the past. She gave. Then I'm looking here for did. The good thing with the past, did with all of them, with even the subject, I, he, she, it, doesn't change. Then here I'm gonna say, Isaac did, because this is in the past, then I have to change it to make it infinitive. Then to say give. Isaac did give her a gift. Then now if I make a question, it's easy. Say, did Isaac give her a gift? Question mark. Yes, he did, or Isaac did. You say, yes, he did. Or I could say, yes, Isaac did. Or no, he did not. No, Isaac did not. Or I could say, no, he did not. Or I could say, no, Isaac did not. Okay, any question for this?
No, it's good.
Good.